You're now listening to the Palmetto Dugout Show, hosted by State Director Sammy Esposito, Associate Scouts Drew Stewart and Sean Smith, that discuss all things related to amateur baseball in South Carolina. Here are your hosts.
Welcome into episode 120 of the Palmetto Dugout Show. It's the big one. It's the playoff show. Coach Sean Smith, Coach Austin Smith, Coach Espo, how we doing?
What's happening? We're doing all right. 120. It's a lot of episodes, Coach.
120. It worked out perfect.
It did.
They talk about high school baseball or any other baseball.
Hey,
with a few football shows mixed in there. You know what I mean?
And football scores in baseball too. Jeez.
Just make sure we're kicking extra points. You know.
that's what we're here for. Maybe we won't be as controversial this week. However,
Didn't know if you try to say anything stupid or not.
Yeah, we'll see if Drew can keep it clean. You know what I mean?
well, it depends on how long the show goes.
PBR after dark. You never know what happens.
Yeah,
That's why we started early so it wouldn't get dark.
Oh, it's going to get dark.
Hashtag starting something.
Starting something. That's what we're here for. So before we hop into a little weekly recap and then to some playoff baseball, we're going to turn it over to Espo here. College baseball, Coach, you have a special segment for us.
Yeah, you know, we've touched on this kind of quite a bit, a handful of times, especially when we've had the luxury of having some great college coaches on our show as guests. But you know, I think, and I know a lot of states have this as well. But you know, if you guys were following, as Austin likes to call it, the Twitter page this weekend, right? You noticed we were out covering Region 10 tournament a little bit, junior college baseball here in beautiful Lexington, South Carolina. And the one thing that I think is great for our amateur players, our high school players in the state, is the depth of talent and the levels that they have the afforded to them to move on to the next level, right? I've had an opportunity this spring to take my son and his friends out to, right, whether it's, you know, Division I games at the University of South Carolina, or we've driven across state lines to go to University of Tennessee games, or we've driven down to Charleston to watch them play, the College of Charleston play UNC Wilmington. But also this weekend, right, watching, you know, junior college baseball. I know Austin has been, you know, watched some Division II games. We also have NAIA baseball in the NAIA baseball in this state, and the depths that go across, and not just we have depths, but high level baseball, right? And this weekend, obviously the big boys get the pub. You know, I know the College of Charleston, I was down there a couple weeks ago. Scouts were all over the place at their games, right, to watch them in UNC Wilmington. Right. I was down there yesterday at the Region 10 game, and there was multiple scouts and multiple colleges, 4-year programs, watching and recruiting and evaluating this program. And Flodar's running a gout. They're going 90-94, right? A couple scouts had touch at 95. We only had a 94, so that's why we posted that one, right? And then they got players of the player of the year in the region. And then the day before, we got a chance to watch USC Union play Sumter. Right. And they got a guy with 14 or 15 home runs. That's out of the state of South Carolina, a high school player. Right. And then a former future gamer that, you know, that was on their program that's hitting, I can't remember what his stats were, but close to 400. Right. And so the players have the ability to move on to the next level. And the next level doesn't always mean that you're going on to the SEC, ACC level. Right. You can go on to whether it's a junior college or the Division II and play at high level baseball. Right. I know there's going to be probably 8 teams in Division II baseball move on to the regionals, you know, in a couple weeks out of these areas. And the majority of them are coming from South Carolina that are going to move on to the Southeast regional. And it's probably arguably, I mean, Austin, you know, you guys can talk in a little bit more, but it's arguably one of the best regions in Division II baseball when it all comes down to it. So it makes it, for me, to go out and watch. And I kind of more so challenge the high school players and the families to go see this, right? To go watch and go, can I compete with this? Because, right, we always want to go play at and put ourselves against the top-notch competition that's out there. And I get that. But also the top-notch competition might be something you think you're overlooking, right? And I was talking to a couple scouts that were in the stands, a couple Division II coaches that were in the stands this weekend. I think it's Lenore Ryan. They got their player of the year in their conference. Guys got 20 home runs or whatever it was, right? These are grown men. These are very talented players that put up big time numbers. And Wake Forest had a first rounder a couple years ago that transferred to Wake. That was a Division II player out of Wingate. So, and with Greenville, we know the type of talent that's come out of there, and Lander's doing it. We've had Coach Burke on the show, and the talent that goes across all levels of baseball. So I would more so challenge everybody in Region 10 tournament, especially if you're here local in the Midlands with the rain that's going on. It's got pushed back. They're going to roll, hop out there, roll over to Lexington County Ballpark and go watch a little bit of that. You can cut on ESPN3 and watch all levels of it and kind of see what's happening out there. So I think it's awesome in today's day and age how easy you can cut on the TV and see some of this stuff. But also, you can just go to a local park now and see how good these players are. And a lot of it, right, for us, I was out there this weekend, and that's a lot of kids we got to cover in high school. And to see the growth that these guys have gone, right? And Jackson Burton comes in out of relief, and I remember watching him at Lexington High School, right? And he's their first guy coming out of the bullpen. They're up 4-0. They got two guys on base in a tough situation. They bring him right out, right? And we're talking about Florence Darlington Tech, one of the premier junior colleges, and he's in there pitching, right? And so it makes it fun for me to see these guys move on and get an opportunity, and then they're going to continue to go on. But I just wanted to kind of speak on that as we go, because it is something I think that more so gets overlooked, because we always think if it's not a certain level, then it's a nothing. But the talent level in USC Sumter, I didn't even talk about those guys. I mean, I got a chance to watch them play twice over the past on Friday and Saturday, right? And a very, very talented players. They got players that have come to them and they're going off to play at the next level. And obviously 1-9 over there coaching them up is a Hall of Famer, has been doing it for, heck, I think somebody told me this weekend, 44 years. So he knows more baseball than he's going to forget more baseball than most of us are ever going to think about. So obviously great coaches, great players, and great programs. So go out there and take a look at these things and see what else is out there.
It's only going to get better too. Like you said, I've been to several games, just about every level that you can go to, and it's going to keep. People don't realize until you see it. Like you said, some people think they're better than certain levels, but you get out there and watch some of those guys. Well, I mean, even just looking at where some of the kids in our state right now are committed to, you start stacking yourself up against some of those guys. I saw a kid that was a South Carolina kid that's in the portal, just won the portal the other day from a D2 school. I mean, he's in the mid-90s now, and there's people out there that think they can't go play. They're better than playing JUCO or Division II or whatever it may be. I mean, think about the number of mid-90s arms that we've seen this year. I mean, it's not a ton, but they're there. But we got one in the portal right now that's going to go somewhere else. And the kid you was talking about earlier from SAC Player of the Year at Lenore Ryan, hit 20-something home runs. He was 4th-round pick a few years ago. So, whatever it may be, ended up where he ended up. But yeah, it's go Trojans.
True to you.
Yeah. I mean, you think about the competition level. That kid was committed to Ohio State. Was the fourth round pick. Now he's hitting 20-something home runs, playing in the SAC. So, definitely, like you said, get out there and see it. If you don't believe it, go watch it. And it's going to keep getting better. They keep shrinking these rosters. Those kids got to go play somewhere. They're going to go play somewhere. So definitely don't. And remember when you're meeting some of those people and you big league that guy on the recruiting trail, he ain't gonna tell him where he's going to be next time. So.
Yeah, that's the other part too. You get a phone call, get a text from some of these coaches, right? Don't think you're too cool for school on those guys. I mean, it's harder than ever before to get recruited now. So you get a call from Francis Marion, and they just won the league outright. Hey, it might mean something. So, but it's it was fun to go watch those guys at Region 10. We do that, do the scout day with Flodar, but get a chance to talk to a bunch of those coaches and see those players getting after it. It was fun to get out there and watch them and try to beat some of these torrential downpours that came.
Hey, Two D2 baseball guys right here too. So watch out.
That's it.
Proud of West Oak.
Yeah, maybe. I think the same, but I don't know if they still have the same slogan or not. But it was I chose D2 or something like that. I think that's what they used to say.
It's okay. It's 7. It's almost 7:30, guys. So it's time.
A lot of us didn't have a choice. That was the choice.
Or any choice.
Just the choice.
Now it's time to break down some brackets. We'll start with the 5A Division 1 bracket. We'll break it down, some big thoughts on it, and then we'll move on. Got a special guest joining us here very soon. So let's get to it. Let's see if I can click the right screen here. And
All right.
I'm gonna put us over here. Can you guys see this? Can we see this?
Got you. Forgot my readers.
All righty. But here we are. You don't need your readers. Now let's break this down before we start talking about it a little bit. Your first round, where you see the teams, will be a best of 3 series. First team, the host team, will be the lower seed or higher seed, whatever you want to call it. So, for example, number 8 would host number 9 for game 1. Then they would move to the other team for game 2, and game 3 would be back, for example, back at Clover. Then winners will move into a 4-team double elimination bracket. And then the lower state championships will be a best of 3 before you get to the state championship, which will also be a best of 3. Now, so we kind of break this down. What stands out to you guys?
I got a couple things. Can I go first?
Go ahead, Austin.
Have at it.
Just from a distance right now, not being in this actual business anymore, I love the look of this. I love that those 4 teams who had the best regular season, they get that kind of, I guess you say, buy into the next round. I love that. But I'm also interested, and I think there's going to be some really, really good best 2 out of 3 right there in some of those series. But I'm also interested to hear from, and it may take a year or 2 for it to all really shake out and see what they think. But I want to hear what some of these folks think about that bye. You know, that's one of the biggest complaints in Major League Baseball right now is you have that wild card round, this best 2 out of 3. And, you know, like the Braves, for example, have won the division the past few years, and they take a week off and then turn around and play again. Well, they haven't had a week off since February. So a lot of these teams, you know, Blythewood, Dutch Fort, Dorman, Lexington, those guys, they're about to have a week and a half off of not playing games. I'm interested to see how that plays out. I'm sure they'll find a way to inter squad and do different things over the next week, but I want to hear some of their feedback of, especially some of these teams that kind of got hot head down the stretch. Does that time off, is that gonna affect them? Are we going to see more of the teams that played in that first round? Are they going to be more prepared when it gets to there? So that's my, just from a distance.
That was kind of mine because, right, especially I think this past week, not a lot of teams were playing all week long also.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were one of those teams that has the bye and you didn't play a full week, you now might have more time off as well.
If you played your last game on Monday or Tuesday and you don't play again until this weekend, next weekend, like
or you played the one game last week on a Wednesday, whatever it was. Yeah,
when was the last time Blythewood had 12 calendar days off? Mm-hmm. Like they haven't. So
it almost goes back to too. You mentioned the MLB playoffs, but also the gripe this past year with the football playoffs.
Right.
You know, all those teams that had the time off, you know, how that went. But I do, you know, the 2 out of 3, I do like that, right? Baseball has the better team usually works its way out when you have when you play the 2 out of 3 with the pitching matchup. But that also goes back to if we're just looking at the top there, because it's easy to look at there, you know, that Clover matchup. 2 out of 3, they're going to line up right there with Blythewood. Whoever, what is that, Clover Burns lines up with Blythewood. They should have their number 1 kickback ready to roll. You know, you would assume to there. So it's almost like outside of just having some time off, what do you – is that an advantage? I guess it is. I don't know. You won more games.
When does the second one start here? When does that actual district
The
Saturday?
The 10th.
Yeah.
So the buys, the teams have the bye will begin on May the 10th.
So really, you could throw your one on Monday.
Yep.
And then he would have to go 5 days. Technically, he might if you have to burn him. If you go over 90, he can't throw again on the 10th.
Yeah, depends
So you
on
really,
what he
I mean,
does, yeah.
Really, you could kind of get yourself in a bind there if you have to throw your one past 90 pitches on Monday, turn around and throw your two past 90 on Tuesday. If you have to go to that third game, man, you're going to go strap up Blythewood with your 4-man going if you didn't have to bring him out of the pen. So good luck there, I guess.
Yeah, that's going to be obviously your benefit if you're sitting there waiting on him sitting on that Saturday. Now, if all of a sudden you're playing that best of 2 out of 3 and you blow somebody out and you don't have to burn your one, you can bring them back. Now you could be sitting pretty, but
so are we figuring that right? If you go 90 on Monday, you're gonna have to have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, you can't go Saturday if you go past 90.
You're throwing him on Monday.
If you start on Monday, and then whoever you start on Tuesday is definitely shot. If you have to go to game 3 on Thursday, he's definitely out. He might be out for the whole bracket. Yeah, that could end up being. But then you're sitting there if you're J.O. Mann and you're playing Spartanburg and you got a 3-run lead on Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pull him at 88 pitches so you got it for Dutch Fork and then you turn around and lose that game? Now you have to Creek. So this is gonna be fun to watch.
It's gonna be interesting.
Prayers for those guys.
Hey, but we got some interesting matchups right off the bat too.
You ain't kidding.
You got some teams that have had some great years that you go, ooh, they're going to run into some buzz. They have the potential to run into some buzzsaws right away.
Especially some of these teams right here some of these regions that's been playing 3-game series out of the week. Some of these teams got 2 really good horses.
Yes.
If they got 2 good ones, you run up on a buzzsaw there in 2 games and you'd be sitting at the house. Which I know it's that way in a normal bracket, but I mean.
I think the one that kind of pops out too is that Clover Burns matchup to play Blythewood. Two very good teams, and it's why they're seeded 8 and 9 there. Gonna be an interesting series. Could go to 3 games there.
I mean, you look down there at the lower state too. We saw Ashley Ridge early on, Somerville. Those guys. You think about Ashley Ridge, they're the 10 seed right there. I mean, they got 2 guys that can win 2 ball games back to back right there and make a move. Like we've seen them do it before, haven't we?
Yeah.
They know all about getting hot in the playoffs. So I don't know. I can't wait to see this.
This could shape up. You could have a possible Somerville Fort D matchup again too, just after playing each other. But who knows?
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Fort D having as I was told by someone the other day, a non-traditional Fort D year. So big shout out to them to have the year getting that 3 seed.
They got that series win because they didn't have to intentionally walk from Orlando every at bat.
Baseball guys gave them a little bit of love this year, but yeah, I mean, and then obviously Stratford. I mean, talking about some horses.
Whew. Well, that's one of the teams like I'm thinking about here, like the Wandos, the Stratfords, even Fort D coming off a big week against Somerville. Congratulations on getting hot right here at the end of the season. Enjoy the next 2 weeks at the house while you wait on somebody to come play you. Like, I don't know, man. I need to see that.
Hey, and if you want to look ahead here, how crazy would a Stratford James Allen lower state championship matchup be? Best of 3.
Pretty good. That's my pick, Stratford, right?
I would imagine. I would imagine there'd be quite a crowd.
That lower state, man, they could run 4. I mean, even if it's just those 4 teams, man, that'd be rough.
You got some talented players and teams rolling through there. I mean,
Which side of the bracket do we feel like is the most wide open of all the quadrants here?
Upper State.
I think right now I would say Upper State, just given the – I think it's the most – I think the Upper State has the best chance for somebody on that far left to make a move, I think.
yeah.
And that's not a knock on any of those other four. I just think I'm interested. If somebody over here on this far left, if they can come out and get two, I'm just thinking, anybody over there, you come out, you get a run rule the first night, you get hot, get a run rule, get your one out of the game, or somebody that's willing to gamble and say, you know what, I'm not going to throw anybody over, I'm not going to burn anybody. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be fun.
Are there any current region matchups like on the far sides of the bracket? Is anybody in the same region?
Don't think
Bullet
so.
Springs, Wade Hampton, maybe.
Are they in the same region?
Possibly, maybe.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be outside of that. No, I don't think so.
So, that being said, we'll begin our picks for the Upper State, Lower State, state champs, and you'll get one sleeper, a team that is on the far left and right of the brackets here. I'll go first, Sammy, then Austin, then Sean. So let's begin. Give me James Allen, sticking with them for my Lower State champ, sticking with Blythewood for my Upper State champ. I'm sticking with Blythewood for my state champ. Give me my sleeper. So this one's interesting. You know what? Let's go. Let's go Burns.
Like that.
Ooh. I'm going James Allen. The beginning of the year, I went with Lexington. Then I switched it over to Blythewood. The boys from Lexington are figuring some stuff out. Do I want to stay there? I don't know. Maybe not. I don't. God almighty. I don't. I'm going back to the roots. I'm going Lexington. I'm sticking there. They got a pitcher making massive moves. I'm going Lexington. I'm going James Allen for the win. And my sleeper.
Are you sticking with your initial sleeper?
Where am I at? I gotta move over.
Because you went with Clover for your original.
Well, I'm sticking with them boys. Come on now.
Dang, good.
Ooh. Look at them. See? I had somebody tell me like Clover, that's just stupid. Look at them boys.
Wow. I'm staying Dorman Upper State. I think that's who I went last time, right? I don't have that pulled up. Tell me if I'm right.
You did.
I'm sticking with Dorman, sticking with James Allen. Although I think Stratford right there might give him a run at it, but no, I'm gonna stay James Allen. I'm gonna stay James Allen to win the whole thing.
Sleeper coach.
Who was my sleeper the first time? Are they
Your
eliminated?
sleeper the first time was Spartanburg.
Oh. Now that would be a bold one right there as the 12 seed. I don't know if it's fair to call J.O. Man a sleeper. What's the qualification for them to be a sleeper?
They're on the left or right side. You're good.
Well, then you give me J.O. Man because I want to see somebody score a run off Carlson before I count those guys out.
They should automatically win the state championship if they score a run off him.
If Spartanburg scores a run on Carlson tomorrow night, then I'm going to Spartanburg.
Stewie, you got Stratford as your sleeper at the beginning of the year.
That was a pretty damn good sleeper.
If it turned out as the 2 seed down there, yeah, I'd say so.
But no one projected him as a 2 seed, Austin.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I agree.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that
go-
turned out well for you.
Give me James Island Lower State. And then I went Lexington first time, Blythewood second time. And I'm going Dorman out of the Upper State.
There you
So I'm
go.
changing it
And
again.
you're just going all
Hop on
over
this
the place.
wagon, Sean. Hop on.
I really like what Dorman's got going on. I think that Virginia Tech commit's probably one of the better players in the state. And James Island's going to win it. And then my sleeper was Wando, which decent pick. But I'm going to stick with you, Austin. I'm going to go JL Man. I like that setup for them over there. I think if they come out and sweep that first series, they're going to have a good chance I mean, Dutch Fork's a good ball club too, but I like JL Mann's chances against them, and then that could set up a matchup against Blythewood, and I like them there too. So give me JL Mann as sleeper.
Some bold picks.
Sean, here first. Sean says JL Mann is beating Blythewood.
They got to get
Oktoberfest right off the hip. Jeez.
Coach. You want to? We quit. We gave up on Danielle.
She's watching her brother play too much. It's okay.
She went some different routes there at the beginning of the year. It's okay. So those are our 5A Division I picks. Now it's time to bring on our special guest. Here we go. We got Coach Kyler with the real deal, Fort Mill. Coach, what's going on?
Hey, fellas, how are y'all?
Doing great. It's
Welcome
good
to this. Welcome to this thing we call a show, Coach.
No, I appreciate it. I enjoy it. I know my families enjoy it in my program. They watch it every week.
Nice.
Coach, we just broke down the 5A Division I, and we'll move to the 5A Division II here in a second. But you guys, we were talking about it earlier. You guys get a bye. What's that like for that week? So a lot of teams are playing that best of 3. What are you guys going to do to prepare during that week when you're off?
Well, I mean, for us, it's a weird thing getting a week off. I worry about spring break and giving them 4 days off. Baseball guys, I mean, y'all been around it forever. They're very routine oriented, and it scares me to death to give them 4 days off, even the weekends, and turn around and play on Mondays. But, for us this week, a lot of it's just getting some rest. I gave them Friday off, and through the weekend, we're going to hit it hard tomorrow. And I think we're going to do some inter squads on Tuesday, Wednesday, just so we're fresh going into Saturday. But, really just kind of hit some stuff we hadn't hit in a few weeks, and then, get back to competing on Tuesday and Wednesday against each other a little bit, almost like in February all over again, and then be ready for Saturday.
Probably some of your arms is not going to be a bad thing to get a little bit of a break right now. I mean, I know you guys have a luxury of having a deep pitching staff, but still some of those guys to be able to get a little bit of a refresh, especially being able to get ready for a deep run. But it's, the scary thing, like you said, the position players, but this is something that's neat. And I know you guys are set up to make a run. And I know for us watching you guys play, the one neat thing, and I'll let you guys kind of speak on this a little bit, but you guys got 16 seniors. And I think that's a special thing, but also you got a very talented group of young guys too. But talk about that senior leadership you guys have had that have helped you throughout this whole year.
Yeah, so if you kind of go back to 22 when we played for the state championship against Berkeley, 3 of the guys that are up played with us the whole year. And now you add in a few guys in the playoffs. We always add some young guys just to get them some experience, not necessarily to play, but just to be around the atmosphere. We think that's very important. And so now you add in all those guys. Now you're up to 6 or 7 of them that have played or been around a state championship, traveled. So, having 15 seniors and the experience piece to me is one of the most important parts of this whole thing. At times that we still got to teach them some stuff. You can roll it out there and they get to watch, and it's been fun. But yeah, I mean, we still have to take care of business, and we still have to come to work. It's not just going to happen because we have 15 or 16 seniors. They still got to work and want it.
Coach, with the new design of the bracket and the playoff structure here, I just wanted to see if you had any takes on that, and if you had any ideas of what it might look like going into it, and kind of how you're looking at it now.
I think it's definitely interesting. If you look and you go further into this thing, we get out May 23rd. So game 3 of the upper state championship, even in the state championship, we're not in school. We're done. We graduate on May 23rd, and it's going to be interesting to see, I think, for some of the top 4 seeds, what that bye looks like and what that does to teams. And then on the other side of it is, do teams that maybe weren't playing well get a reset going into this thing, and do they get hot and then run into some teams that probably should win some games?
How locked in are you going to be now? Since there's a 2 out of 3 bracket that you automatically will get the winner of. How many of those games are you going to, and how locked in are you going to be on watching those games?
Well, it's funny. We started that process last Friday. We played our last game against Nation Ford on Thursday because we had a strawberry festival here in town. And they use our school to park cars, and it's a fundraiser for our booster club. So we had to play on Thursday, which is not a bad thing. But we started that process on Friday, and we'll definitely be watching on Monday, but we'll probably be in person on Tuesday because our potential opponents will be playing right down the road in Rock Hill and between Eastside and Northwestern. So we'll be there. We'll try to get as much information as we can by just putting eyes on them, but we feel pretty good. We feel pretty good with the information we have gotten.
You've probably seen Northwestern more. You're not going to send somebody undercover down to Eastside on Monday night.
We've already done that.
Are you going to have somebody? Is Connor Stallions on your staff?
No.
I got one more.
Wait.
Go ahead. You can finish that answer, but I got a question about the Strawberry Festival.
I do too.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I'm from Westminster. We have the Apple Festival, which is like the only cool thing that ever happens there. So I need details about the Strawberry Festival. Y'all have like a rodeo that goes with it?
Well, not really a rodeo. It's more the highlight during the day is the wrestling. They have a bunch of wrestlers that come out and do. It's almost like a backyard style wrestling, and they go out and wrestle. And then they've added some stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been here. I moved to Fort Mill in 1998. I'm originally from Columbia, from the Irmo area, and I moved here. And I've been maybe twice, maybe 3 times since I've moved here. So I know that's bad to say, but
I wouldn't tell.
I've only been a couple times. No.
The wrestlers haven't gotten you back out there? The wrestlers haven't gotten you out there?
No. Watching it's some backyard stuff for sure.
Let's clarify that. Is it like singlet wrestling, or is this like wrestling?
It's your wannabe WWE.
Perfect.
Monday Night Raw.
Wrestling.
Are we are we in like a strawberry pit, or like is it like? I mean, like, what do we got going on?
No, it's just it's just at our park. It's just in our park. It's just a big open park, and they set up a ring and go at it.
I love this.
I think next year we need the dates, and Prep Baseball South Carolina's covering this. So I mean,
as soon as you get those dates, when you send your schedule in at the beginning of the year and your preseason questionnaire, the Strawberry Festival needs to be included.
Yeah, because
I'll make sure to add that for sure.
I'll definitely bring back my daughter. I think might have just planted some strawberries in the garden out back today. Maybe not. I don't know if she planted, but I can bring some back and we can knock that out too while we're covering that one. So
I love it. We're gonna come out in full force, the whole squad. Spend the night in Fort Mill and all.
If you come on Saturday, you can at least enjoy the fireworks.
Perfect. That's it.
See, there we go.
Fireworks, semi-pro wrestling. I'm here for it.
Coach, I got switching back to baseball here. I got one more question for you. Probably you have the toughest region in the state in baseball, according to how this bracket kind of shaped out with you guys, Indian Land, Catawba Ridge. Talk about how that region has prepared you for this moment moving into these playoffs.
I mean, we truly believe this region is the best region in the state in terms of baseball. We had the top 3 to 4 teams at one point were tied or separated by one game most of the year, and then things kind of started to shake itself out. But we really feel like especially down the stretch, we had Catawba Ridge early, which as a coach, I wish we would have got him a little later instead of coming back from our beach trip. You come back on Saturday night or Sunday morning, and then you turn around and you're playing the next day. But then Indian Land, and then spring break, and then we had Nation Ford. There was no games where you really came in feeling all that great, other than you knew what your guys could do. As long as they executed, you felt pretty good on that end. But our region definitely has prepared us for this, and we're going to see a lot of good arms going forward. And I think that's the one plus that I've seen inside our region this year. The arms have been really, really good.
Yeah, we've touched on it, I think, multiple times throughout the spring season about y'all's, not only your team but your region, of how talented both are, up and down. The depth of it, the talent wise of your team and all that. But I know we're fired up to get back out there, in this playoffs and watch you guys go at it. I know we got to wait a little bit for you guys, just like you guys got to wait a little bit and prepare yourself for this week off. But Coach, we definitely appreciate you hopping on this beautiful Sunday night as you guys prepare and get ready to roll. Whether that's East Side or Northwestern, who's going to be, we'll find out here shortly, soon enough. But I know you guys will be preparing and get ready to roll. But best of luck on these playoffs, and go take care of business, and we'll be out here watching. So good luck and go get them. And thanks again for hopping on.
Coach, we're not going to make you come
guys,
out and say who you hope wins it, but do you? We might if you want to, but we ain't going to make you. We're not going to make you choose who you want to play. But are you at least hoping it goes 3 games? He muted me. He got tired of me asking about the Strawberry Festival.
I don't blame him. He lost you.
Just give me a thumbs up if you want it to go 3 games. You can't hear me either.
You can't hear it.
Yeah, you can't. Technical difficulties here.
We're good. Coach, we
you got
appreciate you.
Good luck, Coach.
Appreciate you, Coach.
We're going to take it as a.
Lost him.
He was going to answer the question. He was going to answer who he wanted to play. I believe it.
It's okay, guys.
Yeah, I don't see him ducking the question.
He wasn't going to.
You know what? He's going. You know what? This is who I want.
That man came out on.
He would have told it straight up.
And said,
I don't think. With his team, I don't think it matters who they play. I know that's the easy answer, but
he said if they go 3 games, the 3rd game is going to be in the backyard with a wrestling match at the Strawberry.
The wrestling Strawberry Flying.
We got a local.
Northwestern's going to bring Andrew Sands back to wrestle.
Why are we just learning about the Strawberry Festival?
My parents were there. My mom goes every year.
What the hell?
What the heck?
She's shit. Go check her out. I don't even know.
How do we get you involved in the wrestling, Drew? How do we get
Is
you?
she
in the
wrestling in the thing, Drew?
Paul wrestles.
Jeez.
Yeah, this is why I love this show.
That man, I'm gonna tell you something about Coach there. He said he's been there since '98.
That's when I was born.
And he's been there. He's only been to 2 Strawberry Festivals, and he said it out loud on live TV. He ain't scared of nothing.
It's okay.
And he was picking a team. That's why he's picking a team.
When you got 16 seniors, it don't matter. So he's good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't go senior. Jesus Christ. He's got a good reason to be worried about graduation. He ain't gonna have a team left.
His senior night is going to be on the championship night. That's when they're doing it.
It was at Strawberry Festival with fireworks on Saturday.
All righty. Well, here's your 5A Division II bracket.
What else are we going to learn
with some standouts here? And I think the biggest one, which we'll get here in just a second, is your 6-11 matchup with Woodmont and Riverside. Interesting matchup there, which we'll get to here very shortly. But okay, hold on. So my dad's obviously watching the show. He said, when I'm wrestling, I kick ass too. So we'll move on here. He was wrestling.
The damn Stewie clan up there, boy. Tag team? Are we tag team?
That's it. Jeez. Tables, ladders, and chairs match right there in the middle.
We're a cheer family. Chairs and tables. But anyway,
Oh shit.
They were
I
the
think that's
Deadly
the
Boys
matchup.
before the Deadly Boys.
But what else? What else stands out to you guys here?
All right.
Oof. How about
Yeah,
Eastside
boy.
Northwestern? Where are we
We
at
did-
there? That was a
Ooh.
Shipyard rematch.
It was.
We got a region matchup with Hillcrest Greenwood. We got the Greenville County battle down there, Woodmont Riverside. That's going to be a lot of fun. On the
Now,
left hand,
you know, I think we kind of touched on it earlier. The one that the region with 4 Mill and all them boys coming out of it. I mean, you're rolling in strong with that group. I mean, all in one. I mean, you're about to. You might have might as well have a region championship. You might come out of there with all over again.
Nation 4 gets
mean,
it done.
then
They'll be really familiar with Indian land too, obviously. So I mean that'll be a good matchup for that number 1 team.
And we've
If they
been
get
stuck
past
on obviously with we've been stuck in there obviously with Coach on that other side, but
yeah.
let's not overlook the lower state over there.
We got that second round right there. I guess technically the first round of the district for lower state. Man, that could be a lot of fun.
Yes, there are going to be some battles going on. I mean, hey, how about Chapin getting the 3 seed? But they started off hot as a pistol, and coming in there as a 3 seed.
That's a former number 1 team in the Power 25 there.
Yeah, they
Get
got
on a roll again.
They get obviously they get the bye, but they got the talent and some depth to make a roll there.
And then if you
I know
squint real hard and look at that number 1 seed down there, if you get your readers out,
You have to squint extra
the
hard.
team that we have done nothing but talk about for 2-3 years now, and I feel like really we hadn't talked about them that much this year, but they just kind of here they are, number 1 seed in lower state. Good luck.
Yeah, North Myrtle Beach. We've seen them a couple times this spring, but they got a talented roster with good pitching staff, and we haven't really talked about them, but
not compared to
we
what
got a
we
lot.
have the past few years.
Exactly. Lucy B rolling in there.
Somebody gonna go
Yeah,
down
this
to
is-
Conway and stop at Spanky's, and there you go,
The Spankies or Sparkies?
Spanky's.
I think
You
someone
sure?
got shot by there the other day.
I think it's actually
they were stealing.
Sparky's.
They were stealing hermit crabs. I heard.
That's a great thing to steal.
and a shark's tooth necklace.
With some barbecue on
pearls.
the way out.
Pearls
Good
beside
clean
it.
bathrooms too.
Hey,
Jeez.
so real quick, let's.
Hey, how about we ain't even talking about Indian land on this thing? I mean, you
Screw
talking
them.
about?
This bracket
Get on
right
the
here,
get
we
on
should
the
talk about either
Hey,
1 seed.
But you didn't talk about any land, but we talked about it, right? That region, 3 of the top 4 seeds from that region. That's hard to do.
Very hard.
So you didn't have to be a region champ to be 1, 2, 3, or 4.
No.
No.
Well, your regions are split between D1, D2. So
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you can't. do
yes.
that. Okay, that makes sense.
that kind of shook out there.
Yeah, I understand. That's cool.
Yeah, this is these the 5A is a little different.
So that region had what 5 teams in it? 6 teams.
Here, let me check.
So they've got 1, 3,
I
4,
got it right here.
8,
12.
and 12.
Yep.
So they got 5 teams.
Pretty good.
And
they're
Clover in
all-
the
They
other
good?
state.
Hey, and
They're
there's
all
a
up
chance,
there.
there's a chance that District 1 could be the whole entire region.
Yep. If Northwestern and Nation Ford win, they could.
Yeah.
Man, that'd
That'd be awesome.
I feel like they had their own
Region tournament.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Does
Um,
anyone
yeah,
get
like
anything
Breeze
for
Heat.
winning the region? What do they get for that? Do they get like spotted a couple runs when they start that game or something? How does that work?
a
I
pat
heard
on
they
the
get
back.
a couple extra strawberries.
There you go.
Congratulations.
They get to wrestle.
It's be a handicap match, 2 versus 1. Here we go.
Let's make some Division 2 5A picks here.
There's a couple spots over there too where we talked about a minute ago. Somebody's got a couple good arms. They could kind of Houdini their way through this thing. I'm looking at a couple right there that I would not want to see starting tomorrow.
Be tough. So we'll start here. I'm going to stick with Chapin. as my lower state champion. I'm
Mm.
going to stick with the real deal Fort Mill for my upper state, and give me the real deal Fort Mill with Coach Collier as the state champ. And give me
Mm.
Woodmont as my sleeper. No, since they
Oh,
no longer have Coach Smith.
That's a good pick.
That's a great pick. I'm going. I made the switch over to North Myrtle midway through the year. I'm gonna stick with those cats. I'm going with Fort Mill. Switched over to Fort Mill. I'm riding with Fort Mill. Fort Mill for the championship. I had Lucy B as my sleeper early on. I'm trying to squint. I'm still going to stick. You know, I like that Woodmont pick, especially they're getting healthy. But I'm sticking with Lucy B. Something about them boys. They're going to catch some fire down there at the beach.
I'm sticking Hannah Upper State. I feel obligated to. Give me. I guess I'm gonna go North Myrtle lower, Hannah upper. Give me Hannah to win the whole thing. I wanted to go Woodmont sleeper, but since Drew did, I won't. I'm gonna go. Give me Eastside.
Eastside till I die.
They're getting kind of hot up there too.
Don't go.
And we saw them at preseason. That's not a bad team.
It's not a bad team.
So, I mean, that's a team right there. They could run through that upper state, and I wouldn't be shocked.
Nope.
And they're not a stranger to winning this whole thing either. Coach Irwin, man, he's one of the best ones in this bracket. So he got a couple of rings for a reason.
We're gonna go all the way through. No picks for Indian Land to come out. I mean, that's a tough side of the bracket, but I'm going Fort Mill, sticking with them. I've been rolling with them the whole year. Upper state champ and big champion, and then lower I'm gonna roll with North Myrtle as well. And then my sleeper at the beginning of the year was St. James, and I'm sticking with St. James. They got a shot. If I could pick anybody to beat North Myrtle, I think I'm going St. James.
There it is. Everybody heard it there too. St. James over North Myrtle. Sean said it.
Sean said it first.
Jeez.
He said North Myrtle has no chance.
He's just throwing it out there. I love it.
I'm the only one who went Chapin. God, oh my.
I love it.
That's just depressing.
There we go. Brittle's got Indian Land for us for Upper State.
Oh boy, Brittle.
There he is. Brittle's slowly making his picks. Slowly but surely. Now we're going to move here. We're going to move to we're still staying on that D2 for just a second. And we'll move to the series of the week. Series of the week takes us to Riverside versus Woodmont in a big one. Same picks here. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Here are your records as of current. Sean 16-8. Oh, 10 and 14. Sammy's the same. I am 12 and 12. Sean is I'm 4 games back. I'm gonna get there eventually.
Can we get Sean to pick first so I can go against him?
Yeah, we got to pick opposite way he picks.
Yeah, he keeps going last.
Same order.
It ain't helping me.
See, I think we need to do it like golf. You got the best score, you go first.
You go first. Yep.
That way I know what I got to hit to keep up.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
fine.
since y'all want to do that now, let's do it. Sean, you hit it.
We're not one to try to change the rules like somebody mid-season.
No, y'all been complaining all night. So Sean, go ahead, make your
All
pick.
right. We
There
just
we
started.
Going.
You cannot pick a sweep, obviously.
What?
Why not?
No sweep.
Well, I mean, you could.
That's
You
just who
could.
wins the series.
Good.
You could pick a sweep.
We don't call it that.
That is a
Austin,
sweep.
I think you said it before. I think, or Sammy, you said Woodmont's getting healthy, and so I'm going to go Woodmont take that series.
Damn you.
3
Yeah,
games.
There goes my. Can't come back now.
Hey, I will say this.
You
I
can.
think Woodmont wins, but game one's going to be interesting with the pitching matchup we have between Baxter and Fulcher.
Baxter is confirmed.
Who knows? Maybe.
You always
might be
say
confirmed.
you know what the pitch matchups are, and then you don't.
Did you confirm Fulcher either? Or what if it's Davis?
I confirmed Fulcher. I ain't
Okay, so
confirmed
Fulton
back.
Davis throwing now?
like Wednesday or Thursday or something. So, I mean, like,
Nonetheless, however, they're my sleeper. Give me Woodmont.
what, like for a sweep?
No, we're just picking series winners. We're not doing sweeps anymore.
Oh, well, how are we supposed to come back now?
Pick Riverside.
God.
Pick the
And
11
then,
team.
and then you need them to win too. Don't just pick them.
I mean, honestly, Woodmont's going to win, but for the sake of me trying to make a comeback, Riverside. There you go. There it is.
Austin.
I want to go Sammy's mindset, but I guess my thought now is if I pick Woodmont, because I do think Woodmont's going to win that, I think I at least can try to not finish last.
If you ain't first, you're last, Austin.
That's what they say. Yeah, you can be first, you can be second, you can be third. No, I think like you said, I think with those arms getting healthy, we've seen the numbers Fulcher ran out the past couple of weeks, and then you mix in Davis and the Scott kid and a couple other guys out of that bullpen. I think they could hurt some people right there if they get the offense behind it. I know they're going to see some pretty good arms, but definitely they got a shot.
Well, our 5A picks are in, and it's time to move to 4A here, and we'll bring in a very special guest, a non-stranger to the Palmetto Dugout Show. Here he is, Coach Rowland with the Fury.
Whoa.
What's up, Coach?
Hey guys, what's up?
Everybody hide your kids. Jesus Christ.
October in Fury.
Coach, I spent some time in your backyard today. We went over to whatever this new operation is in downtown Fountain Inn, the Mill, I think.
Oh, that place is awesome.
It was cool.
They've got like a food hall now, and so it used to just be pizza salads. Now they've got it all. So we love
Get
going
some
there. They've got the
tacos.
big screen in the
Yeah.
little outdoor area.
Yeah, man. Big
Do
turf
they have
spots.
sushi and tacos though?
They
No.
do have sushi. They got
Maybe, yeah, actually.
Dingley sushi. There really is a sushi spot.
Tacos too. We had tacos.
Okay.
Right up there with Lander, Greenwood. You know what I mean?
It's true. It's true.
Coach Rowland, you're the number one seed in the 4A bracket, a different 4A bracket. You're the number one team in the 4A prep baseball classification ranks. You know, we go back to the beginning of the year, Shipyard Showdown. One special person on your staff said you couldn't hit, but here you are. You've probably got the most homers in the United States of America at
All
Fury
you've
Park.
done this year is hit. All you've done
Definitely.
for a year is hit.
Coach, how we feeling? How we feeling as we head into the playoffs?
It's Christmas Eve. I feel calm now. But once again, I told our kids, we just got done practice. I told our kids this is the best time of the year, and I left out it's the most anxious time for me of the year. But this really is the best time of the year, and you know, rankings are irrelevant at this point. At the end of the day, you're going to be ranked by how you finish, and so we just gotta, you know, we throw those things out. We look at it. We just have to keep playing.
Yeah, obviously
I
there's
agree
only
with
one.
you.
They're right. There's only one team that's happy at the end of the year, right? I mean, so it's
Yeah. I heard Mark Bonnet said it best one time. You either end the year in tears, no matter what. It's either going to be tears of joy or tears of sadness. And so, I mean, that's the truth, man. Rankings don't matter till the very end. So,
Coach says the rankings don't matter, but I guarantee if we popped out and said Fountain Inn ain't got a chance the next couple of weeks, and we're going to drop them out of the Power 25, we'd get a text message.
I'd be
Before.
happy. I would be happy with that as long as it's not after we played. If you do it before the game start, that means we probably went 2 and out. Then you did that. So
I was wondering what you were doing out there, Coach. I was wondering if y'all had been practicing, if you was walking the dog, if you just got
No,
done CrossFit. You look good, man.
thanks, I appreciate that. No, we just got done with practice. We've got a couple of our coaches over there in the dugout watching, so I don't like hearing my voice. I sound really weird, I think.
Yeah.
Where's
So I'm
Cole?
trying to- he's already left. He went home. He's probably watching now. But he cut some grass and helped out with practice, and then he's having an early night, letting him get out of here.
Good for
Good
him.
for him.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
everybody's got obviously every classification is starting to break down and shake up a little bit different. Break down the 4A bracket, right? How's this look for you? What's your thoughts of of the bracket, the RPI, all this stuff that's kind of going on. I know you go, it don't matter. We're going to play who we're going to play. Blah,
I
blah,
mean,
blah, blah.
it
But
does. I'll
what's
say
the thoughts
this.
for you?
I'll say this. I was watching RPI all the way up to yesterday around 1:30 when they did the final release. It was between Hilton Head and South Point. And so South Point beat York 12-1 on Saturday morning. And so we were just waiting. I was texting back and forth with Casey Bradwell at airport. We were just kind of waiting to see. And they actually came within like 0.02 of a point of jumping Hilton Head. And so that was fun in the sense of you got to, like, every game matters. You're watching. I'm at the beach on Saturday. I'm watching results. But we had an idea we're playing Hilton Head. I like the RPI. We were praying a lot that we wouldn't drop to the 2 in the upstate because we think we have the best region in 4A. That's just my opinion. I'm biased, obviously, because you got to play those guys so many times. But had we dropped to the 2 seed and upper, we're opening here with Emerald, and then we're either getting Wren or West Side. And so we really did not want an all-region district. So we're excited to play some different teams. But you said it too, though. RPI, you're going to play who you're going to play. And so it was fun, though. It was fun watching.
You said you were at the beach Saturday. Were you doing a little recon work on Hilton Head?
I made a joke. I left. We gave him the day off Friday just to kind of relax. We got 4th block class, and so we were down here. We had our all-region meeting, and Cole had them hitting in the cage, and a storm rolled in. So we went into the weight room and just were hanging out in there, and 3:45 rolled around. I said, all right, I'm headed to the beach to watch Hilton Head. And they were like, are you serious? I said, heck no, man. I'm going to relax. I got to get out of here. So no, we just got away, took the pups, went to the beach for a couple nights, and now we're back here in the crazy. Also, I told Drew I was going to say it. Sean, you're my favorite on this podcast. You are the wisest of the group.
Damn right.
You were the only one. You were the only one to take Westside to beat Hannah. So congrats, man.
I don't think that's actually true, but they just didn't play me in the video, so it's all good. At least I didn't say Delta Hat, so that's all that matters.
You weren't in the hype video. I wasn't.
No.
He wasn't important enough.
Coach, we want you to get let's see if we can get Coach rolling in a hype video. Who out of that 4A bracket does not want to come to Fountain Inn and wear one? Say it out loud on the show.
The truth is, when you're the top team, everybody wants to come and get a piece of you. And so our kids, we're ready. So, I mean, I'm not giving any bulletin board.
Coach.
Our district is strong. Greer has a really good team this year. Lancaster won some big games late. Hilton Head has played under pressure in a good region. They've beaten Bishop England this year, and Bishop England won their region. So, at this point, this is the only sport. This is why I love baseball. It's the only sport where a 16 could beat a 1. It really is. This isn't college basketball, and St. Peter's isn't coming out, and they're not coming out to beat us. I mean, this is
Virginia.
This is the sport where you got to be good every single night, man, because if you slip up, it's going to get ugly.
Coach, you didn't give us anything that we wanted to hear.
Hey, no pressure.
We did say at the beginning of the year, #starting something. So, I mean, we tried, we did start something. Well, let me rephrase that. Drew did #start something last week. So Drew's
the least favorite guy, man. I mean, Drew honestly could be on fire and nobody would urinate and get him out. They don't like Drew.
Drew's that guy that starts the fight and turns around and you look and like you're in there getting pummeled and he's gone. You know what I mean? Like,
he's up here eating strawberries at Strawberry Fest.
Drew's got the triangle. Drew's got the triangle of hate all the way. He's got somebody from Lawrence who hates him. Yeah. He's got somebody from West Side who hates him, and a lot of people from Seneca who hate him. So I mean, it's fun to watch.
Drew's not welcome. He's not welcome in Oconee County, and he lives there. I mean, everybody west of Greenville, everybody can't stand him.
That's why he's got to move every year.
At least he gets people to talk about it, man. So that's all that matters, I guess, in his profession. People are talking.
He got on the Daniel train, then jumped off of it and got on the Seneca one. So they don't like him either. But Pickens County, the only people in Pickens County that like him is in the Cajun Cafe. So
that's all that matters.
It's crazy. how many people he's jumped on their ship and then just turned around and jumped off. I'm afraid to coach with him this summer. I'm afraid he's going to get us in like a bar fight or something.
Yeah,
Or
he
something
probably
stupid.
will. He probably
That's
will.
100%.
It's okay.
Coach
Hey.
Rowland, real quick, back on the baseball side of things. Just want to know, obviously, after losing Miles Barbary to the season for the season with the knee problem, or is he out for the year? Or I don't
Y'all
want to
gonna
break
be
the news.
if you come out here tomorrow night, you're gonna see Miles Barbary batting third, playing second base.
Then never mind.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, my question.
Breaking
Never mind.
news.
He's
Coach,
back,
who's
man.
getting, let's ask the hard hitting questions too. You wouldn't answer. Is Passmore getting the ball, or are you gonna hold out on us?
I have never believed in throwing off. Passmore's throwing tomorrow. I've never believed in throwing off on games.
Oh yeah.
I went. I'm a young fella, but I went and watched the Lower State Championship several years ago between River Bluff and I want to say it was Dutch Fork, and they saved Ricky Williams for Game 2, hoping they could get to the championship game. And Dutch Fork beat them, and Dutch Fork ended up winning Game 2. And so, I've always believed you got to win the first one, and we're going to do the best. Give us the best chance we can, and throw Passmore. And we've got a lot of faith in Colin Wilson to pitch on Tuesday with whoever we're playing. And so, no, Passmore's going to throw tomorrow. We're gonna try and put our best foot forward.
College coaches, y'all hear that? Passmore's getting the ball tomorrow night. Make your way out to the
Heads up.
44
Monday night. Monday
Get
night.
out there.
Ain't got no games.
Nobody's
out.
playing
I'm
tomorrow night.
watching.
Y'all better get out there and see my man. We've been talking him up the last couple of weeks. You better get on.
He started off hot on the heat sheet, weekend one down in the shipyard, and he's been rolling all spring long. Come watch him. They got guys flying off the board up there in the Fury. So come on, watch him.
You'll get to see some people jump the yard. You'll get to see an arm that's going to try to go out there and mow some people down. You'll get to see Coach West. You get to see a man wearing flip flops in the dugout. I mean,
have we gotten that sponsorship yet with Rainbow? Is the important question.
No, I don't. People don't even really know, other than you guys. I don't wear flip flops anymore. I mean, I just don't wear them anymore. My feet are so white. I can't. The only time
you're a cold weather flip flop guy. Huh?
The only time I wear flip flops is at the beach. I'm telling you, man. And Charleston just has a special place in my heart, and I just wanted to be relaxed. We're on vacation. We're going to do things that are going to frustrate me as a baseball coach, and so if I'm wearing flip flops, it makes me smile a little bit more. It's just like wearing baby blue every once in a while. It makes me smile a little bit more.
It's like that mustache too, man. Holy smokes! I'm here for that.
I don't want to cause you to stumble in your faith and your walk with the Lord. So, this thing away.
Gotcha, man. Coach Rowland, you might talk a lot of shit about me, but you're my favorite coach. The whole
Ladies,
state. However,
we said college coaches, if you're out there looking for something to do tomorrow night, go see Passmore throw. Ladies, if you ain't got nothing better to do, holy smokes. All them women in White Knoll down there that cried when you left.
There weren't many.
Trip.
There weren't many.
Man.
Lord help us, man. They all come watch Cole coach third base. They like to watch him jog around.
In that uniform too, baby.
He might wear a jersey tomorrow night, so you might be in for a show.
The number of Tinder profiles that were created in White Knoll when you left, it just went through the roof.
I never got on Tinder, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was never.
I didn't say you did. I said all these women that were chasing after you had to when you left.
Good God, man, y'all are bad. I'm happily engaged. So I gotta be careful with the thing that on this thing.
Yeah. It's PBR after dark around here. It gets a little crazy. You never know. Again, hashtag start something. You never know what the hell's going to happen around these parts. So it gets a little crazy, especially when Austin gets going. You never know what the hell's going to happen around here. But anyway, Coach, we'll let you get out of here. We appreciate you coming on here, talking a little whatever the hell we're talking about. But we appreciate you coming on here, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck, and wish the Fury some good luck, and go get them tomorrow night and whip up on them boys.
We're going to do our best. Thanks for having me, guys, and hopefully it's some good, clean baseball for the next few weeks.
Coach Rowland said nobody in 4A bracket wants none of the smoke down there in the 44. You heard it here first.
Play it back. Play it back. He did not say that. Play it back.
Coach, good luck to you.
Thanks,
good luck,
guys.
Coach.
Austin starting something.
Four play.
And with that being said,
that's what we're here for.
Let's begin. your 4A bracket here. I can skip to the next page. Here we go. Let's push this over on the right side here. Now, let's stop here for a minute.
That's a lot.
You have 4 teams to a district. This is a double elimination district. This is RPI based off your region finish, even though they may have counted some scrimmages.
Hey, I do.
Okay.
Hey, let's touch on that, right? Like Coach Rowland just hit it on the head, right?
Yeah.
Some games were still being played, and RPI was still being calculated Saturday, he said, because games were still being played, right? So things were still changing, right? The coaches were meeting, and all this was going on, and right, we've come to figure out how RPI was calculated, right? Part of it was on your wins and losses. Part of it is on your opponents, and then a small percentage are on your opponent's opponents, right? So RPI was constantly moving on this until at some point in time yesterday, right? So, like, if you thought you were going to be I'm going to make this up, a 6 seed, and then all of a sudden you jump to a 5 or a 7 or whatever it was, it's because those games were still being played, right? And it wasn't just bad weather here in the great Midlands here. We had some bad weather across the state, so some games were getting pushed and being played in different times. So that RPI was moving. So you might have thought one thing, and then all of a sudden it changed, right? It was changing because of games were still being played, and I think that's something I think maybe some people might have forgotten about. That's out there. That RPI isn't going to change until all games are final. That's out there now. If you're a region champ, it has no bearing on your life. But if you're not, or you're, wherever you're at, or you're gonna, you're not gonna be the 1 seed or whatever you're at, it's gonna be a little bit different than it rolls in there.
Now I got a question. You said these are 4-team districts, right? Double elimination. So Fountain Inn, Hilton Head, Greer, and Lancaster are in a 4-team double elimination district.
Correct.
Yep.
So So it's not like it was last year where this is one huge double elimination tournament.
14 districts here.
So
switch it back up.
So technically, if Hilton Head comes out and beats Fountain Inn tomorrow night, there's about to be a whole bunch of teams that's going to be driving to Hilton Head to finish out that bracket, more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if Hilton Head were to win, so Hilton Head would then have to travel to Greer or Lancaster.
That's true.
So
so they don't automatically just slide across because they won that game.
Yep, low seed host.
Here's my question: How do we decide Hilton Head became an upper state team?
Right.
So the 16 seed that faced Fountain Inn was an overall at-large team for the 4A. Emerald was actually the 15 seed, and that was an upper state at large. And then the 16 seed in the lower state was a lower state at large. So that would have been the highest remaining RPI team.
I mean,
so
we're hopping on that bus,
right?
What's that?
South Point missed the playoffs by whatever he said, 200ths of an RPI point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coach Brown.
I don't understand. I guess I'm still confused by that. So Hilton Head, in theory, if they won, and then they go to Greer and win, Hilton Head's then 2-0. They would go into that somebody's got to come beat them twice. Yeah. Would they have to travel to Hilton Head to do that, even though there's the lower seed?
Correct. The district champion would host.
Got it. I understand.
That's how it shakes up.
So is it the district champions, and then does it go 2 out of 3 from there, and then back?
No, you would go to an upper state and lower state bracket where you'd have 4 teams again, double elimination.
Okay, also double elimination. Gotcha.
The only best of 3 you would have would be the state championship.
Okay.
Got it. So this is like the original, just not really.
Yeah, kind of sort of. They're just seeded out 1 to 16.
Yeah.
You gotta win 2 4-team double elimination pods to make it to the state championship.
It's a lot.
Yes. That's fun.
Go get it.
Blake just said I'm wrong.
Uh-oh.
You're wrong.
I don't know what I'm wrong on. He's about to tell me though.
Tell us what we're
District-
wrong about.
No, I'm sorry. District, them best of 3 from there on is what Blake says.
That's what. Yeah.
Ooh.
So,
So the District A winner and the District B winner will play 2 out of 3. Is it automatic A versus B, or is it the?
Or we're
does
about
it
to
go off
change.
C?
Let's look at South Carolina bracket A versus bracket
right here.
B. 2 out of 3 is what Blake says.
Automatic.
So that's 4A.
Higher seed host.
So it could be 1 versus 4. Really, is the way they've got it. But what if it's
Let's
not 1
rephrase
versus
there.
4?
Yeah, we're sorry, viewers, we're wrong.
Sorry, audience.
This ain't the first time Drew's been wrong.
Yep, there we go. There we go. Sorry, I've been wrong a lot because my phone is blowing up now. Bracket, your District A, District B winner would face in the best of 3. Your District C and D would be best of 3, and then the winner of those best of 3s would play in a best of 3 upper state.
Right.
And lower
But
state.
it is automatic that it's A versus B. Is that correct, Blake?
Yes, it's A versus B according to the South Carolina High School League website. A, B, C, D. And the
Even
same
if-
thing with the lower state. A, B, C,
Even
D.
if down there at the bottom we have 2 versus 3, Seneca versus Flora, and then at the top, if we have upsets, we could have Hilton Head versus TR.
Yeah, and TR would
Okay.
host games 1 and 3.
Okay.
So
Higher
it's
seed host.
double elimination into 2 of 3, another 2 of 3, and then the state championship.
And then state
Correct.
championship 2 out of 3.
So
All right, cool, guys.
we do that bracket as we release it. Now, some things that kind of stick out here. Look at your District B here. Could have a Lawrence Daniel matchup, possibly. And then you look at
Stewie hate
District
party.
District D's got a pretty good district there in Westside Ren, Seneca,
Boy.
and Emerald.
Down there in D, we could have a Stewie hate party down there too. Jesus Christ.
Boy,
Hey,
Oh,
Why
go
only
Bobcats,
4-H?
baby. Go Bobcats. And hey, how about this one? This is an interesting one too. May River could take on Airport. I put Airport. I have to rechange that one.
that's all right. Or silent.
Yeah, or silent.
Hey, that's a Chester.
But anyway, nonetheless, let's break it down and let's make some picks here
Here we go.
for a bracket. In the lower state, give me Gilbert as your lower state champion. It's like this right here. You pull I'm committing to. Give me the
Jesus.
Fury as your upper state champ
Ooh.
and your state champs.
Jeez.
And my sleeper, how about this one?
Coach, you know it's funny you just did that. I literally had somebody text me your screenshot and said, or your tweet and said, "Is Drew committing tonight?"
He's committing. I hadn't
I said,
decided
"Yeah,
who
he's
I'm committing
be a-
to.
I said he's committed to be a loser.
We got 2 more hats left on the table. How about this one? Give me Wren as the sleeper.
Going against Westside again.
You damn right I am.
God, Drew. You
Yes,
just,
almighty.
my man just gets in there and
Just gets in there, stirs that pot, boy, don't he?
Boy, I tell you. I love it. I'm here for that. Coach, you up or is it me?
Yeah, I think it's me. I gotta find I lost my sheet again.
I don't remember who I picked either, but
Here we go. Where are we at? 4A? 4A lower state. Ooh. Airport. I picked Airport. Gil. I stuck with Airport. I'm gonna stick with Airport this whole time. I'm riding dirty with Airport. Kept him there the whole time. Upper state. Love the Fury, but I've stuck with Flora. I'm riding dirty with Flora. My sleeper. Yeah. Who do we need to go for my? Who do I need?
Sleeper.
Moved.
Don't matter.
Sleeper. Let's go. I don't know. Give me a team. Hartsville.
2 seed
Still
sleeper.
Hartsville.
Got it.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, they're 2 seed. All right, never mind.
Hey, Brittle
Yeah.
picked them.
Your sleeper's a higher seed than your
Then
champ.
Well, I'm doing 2 things at once over here. It's I apologize. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Um,
You got it.
Let's go. Well, who did I pick first? Nope, we ain't picking them.
Gilbert was your sleeper.
Your sleeper was Gilbert. That ain't a sleeper no more.
It's not. So here, let me look at it. Let's go.
Coach, my clothes are going to be out of style by the time you pick this pick here.
I don't want to hear it. Let's go.
You can't read them.
I know that's my problem. Let's go
Yes.
Greer. Let's go Greer. How about that?
Ooh,
Big one.
Greer.
Sure.
Greer.
All right, give me. I'm staying. Sorry, Blake. I'm staying Florida, Upper State. I think I went Airport lower. Is that right?
You did?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna stick Airport. So I'm gonna go Airport and Flora. I got Flora winning it. Give me, just for fun, give me the Fighting Aswells down there in South Aiken as my sleeper. Them boys, they're getting hot.
I thought you was about to go the opposite direction of East Side.
I should, just so somebody needs to give them some love, but I'm not going to pick against them like you did. But give me the Fighting Aswells. They got hot just to get in here. Maybe they'll stay hot.
I got, let me see. I went Gilbert Fountain Inn last time. I'm sticking there, lower and Upper State. And Fountain Inn is a champion.
Yeah.
Sean knows ball.
Sleeper.
Because he got called his favorite person on this show.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, me and Blake are cool.
That's it.
He called me wise. That was good.
He was bullshitting.
Sleeper. My sleeper at the beginning of the year was Aiken, which they're not bad.
They still got a chip.
They snuck in. I'm gonna go. Maybe May River sleeper.
The Fighting Tisdales.
Cat Melody boy.
Oh, big picks there.
Cat Melody could have a York versus May River matchup. Boy, he'd love that.
I heard that's all he's bringing to the.
We'll move. No special guests to join us the rest of the night. However, as we move through playoffs, we may have those. Let's move on. Your 3A bracket. These are seeded again, 1 to 16. Let me make sure my facts are correct before I.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. Hey, time out. Let's give a little love to the boys from the Shipyard. We've had a lot of good teams that were down at the Shipyard Showdown.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that one seed over there in the Upper State.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
I mean,
okay, yeah, I'm correct on this one. You will start with a 4-team double elimination bracket that moves to another 4-team double elimination bracket to a best of 3. Just like normal, we're just seeded 1 to 16 here.
Got it.
How about Chapman right there getting that 1 seed? This was not based off RPI, although, but nonetheless, how about this? The 2 seed here, Pendleton, they were in 4th place in that region, and here they are as the 2 seed in the 3A Upper State bracket. Big matchups. We'll see what happens. Shakes out there. Carolina's got a real shot at 16. That's like That's like South Carolina State taking on Kansas in the tournament. Let's make some picks. Give me. I'm sticking the same across the board here. Fox Creek is the lower state champ. They got a lot of arms there. I think they can do it. Southside Christian as the upper state. Southside Christian wins it all. You can't pick them as a. This one's tough for a sleeper here. You know what? Let's do it. Give me the Stewie Hawks as the sleeper.
Joe, of course. Here we go. He's trying to get somebody back on his train.
He's getting back on the Hanahan wagon.
Here we go.
Here we go.
They don't like you.
Can we get that extra R over there in Marlboro County?
Marlboro.
I messed up on
he would be upset.
I changed airport.
How about Oceanside? Our number 2 team gets ranked 2nd in the lower state. How about them apples?
We get some attendance if we get Oceanside Fox Creek, right?
I'm gonna go. I'm sticking with Oceanside. Southside for the championship. And my sleeper, who'd I pick for my sleeper? Waccamaw. I'm still sticking with Waccamaw. I'm gonna stick with them. They got a chance, baby. They're in. Coach, they're in. I'm riding it out with them.
I want Southside, Oceanside. I think I picked Southside last time. I'm flipping Oceanside to win it. Give me Oceanside to take the whole thing, and then I want I just had somebody.
North Charleston.
Give me.
Awful.
I'm torn between. Give me the Fighting Bears from Belton Honey Path.
Oh,
give me them boys. I thought about Crescent, but I'm going Belton Honey Path.
I've stuck with it the whole year. I'm Fox Creek, Southside Christian, and Fox Creek bringing it home. I love that collision course of Oceanside and Fox Creek. Austin, you said it before. That could be a really fun matchup there. And for my sleeper, I'm gonna go. So Brittle picked Ainer, which I don't know how Ainer got that 1 seed. I guess in the lower state. I mean, I know they won a lot of games, but Stewie, I hate rolling with you, but I'm going Hanahan sleeper too.
It's okay to jump on the Stewie Hawk train. It's okay.
Jesus Christ, here we go.
God, here we go. Jeez.
It's okay.
Hey,
here's the big question of the night. We're currently at 16, about to be 1,700 viewers. Can we get to 2,000?
Big question. Somebody's going to say something stupid in a minute. We're going to lose a bunch.
Yeah, if we can get some more hate train going for Stewie over
here. Because Coach Rowland's on here with the mustache.
We missed a.
I felt like he was about to arrest somebody.
We missed something because I'm being stupid. Hold on, let's pull it back up. Let's revert back to where we were. This is a game of the day on May the 5th. Lancaster travels to Greer.
My sleeper.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna make the pick. So Sean, you'll go first, then me, then Sammy, then Austin. So go ahead, Sean. This is one game. This is tough. Give me Lancaster.
Well, now that I've made my sleeper pick, I gotta stick with Greer. So, I've made it my sleeper.
I was wondering if you were going to ride that one out, or you're going to have to jump ship. I'm gonna go with Stu, man. I'm gonna go Lancaster. I like that mascot, man.
That's a good one. I didn't know but how do you pick against the G? You know what I mean, Austin?
Well, because it's gold.
Lancaster better not hit a lot of foul balls because they're going to stay in the yard. That big park, a lot of foul territory there.
It's a fun place to go watch a ball game.
Very fun. You got to walk 3 miles to get to the field, but it's all right.
Yeah. Last time I was there, it went extra innings too. I was there for like 8 hours.
Well, let's move to 2A.
This one's fun. They didn't get seeds here. They just good luck.
No, they're not seeded 1 to 16, so I let the seeds all for you.
Okay.
Again, 4-team district double elimination, then moves to a 4-team upper state, lower state double elimination to a best of 3 state championship. Kind of Batesburg Leesville there, getting a region champ. Chesney got a tough little district there with Clinton and Saluda. Landrum 96 matchup could be a possible. Landrum Mid-Carolina. AJ Strom-Thurmond, possibly. Strom-Thurmond's got to get through them big old Cyclones, boy. How about this one? District 6 could be a possible. Sherrall, East Clarendon. Cujo, they're going to have the boys ready for Sherrall.
It's the mayor, right?
It is the mayor.
Atlantic Collegiate getting the 1 seed there in District 7. That's our boy. Philip Simmons, another Shipyard Showdown team.
Yep.
A lot of teams here, but Chesney's got a tough matchup with Central. that little first round matchup there. So let's make some. We do have a game of the day here. Let's just go ahead and we'll make some picks first.
It's got to be Clinton Saluda, right?
No, it's not.
Landon minus it.
No.
Well, we're just gonna put it up now. Actually,
Throw it up.
Throw it up.
Throw it up there.
Ready for this? How about this one? Buford travels to Liberty. 2-3 seats here is predetermined that Liberty would host. Sean, take the pick.
Mm.
Give me Liberty at home.
Mm.
You know, I've always been a big Buford guy, and I'm going to stick with Buford when they come up to my neck of the woods. Give me Buford.
I'm going with the home team here. I'm going Liberty.
Yeah, I'm going Liberty too. Look at that mascot, man. Who wants a piece of that?
Buford does.
Give me the whole damn thing.
All of it. So let's move back to the brackets to make some picks here for your 2A champions. I'm gonna stick with what I had originally. Give me Sherrall as the lower state champ. Give me Mid Carolina as the upper state champ. However, I've switched back. I'm on the Sammy train. Give me Sherrall as the state champ. Mayor.
The mayor, boy. Getting it done. Who's your sleeper?
Oh, I forgot about my sleeper. This one's tough. It's time.
Philip Simmons. You had Philip Simmons early.
Yeah, but they're one. Give me Buford.
Whew. All right, I went Atlantic Christian early. Switched to Sherrall. I'm sticking with Sherrall. Going Mid Carolina. Sherrall with the mayor for the championship. Am I allowed to stick with my sleeper Landrum, or are they like a 1 seed here? Like
You can take them.
We'll never know.
We'll never know. Let's stick with Landrum. I'm riding dirty with him.
Why do you keep saying you're riding dirty with them?
That's what I got.
Give me. I'm sticking with the boys from Batesburg. Give me Batesburg. They're over there somewhere, right? Yeah, they're there. Batesburg. I had to get my readers out. Give me Batesburg, Leesville, upper state. I'm going Philip Simmons, lower state. And the Batesburg's gonna win the whole thing. And then I want I think I had Landrum as my sleeper, didn't I? Who did I have as my sleeper?
You had Landrum.
Nah, I'm sticking with him. Sorry, Sammy.
Come on over.
I think I already had him.
You think you'd stay over?
Let's see. So
Stay on over here.
I had Mid Carolina both times in the upper state, and I'll stick with them. I went Philip Simmons as my lower state and my champion to begin the year, but then I switched to Sherrall midseason. And I think I'm going back to Philip Simmons. So I'm rolling with the Iron Horses down there. And to win the whole thing, I was the only one to pick Mid Carolina at the beginning of the season, and we're sticking with that. Give me the Rebs. And then sleeper pick. Can Clinton be a sleeper at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Take it.
Hey, Brittle went Atlantic Collegiate, Mid Carolina, and then Atlantic Collegiate champs.
Our boy Chef.
Hey, he didn't pick Mid Carolina to win the state championship. Them damn kneecaps gonna get broke.
Kneecaps, boy. They're gonna bust them kneecaps up. You better not go watch them boys play.
How about this? Poor Brittle. He don't need to go to Mid Carolina.
No,
we'll move.
Just like you don't ever need to go back to West Side, so we're good.
I'm gonna go to East Side. I'm gonna stay the other direction.
You can only go to the one side of Greenville.
Yeah, we'll move to your 1A picks here. We got how about that Dixie? Good showing for them. Abbeville strong. Got to see them against Seneca not too long ago. How about this? So you look at District 7, 6, 7, and 8. One seeds have a bye, so they automatically will move on. A little different there than when you're looking at the upper state. However, we'll make some picks here. I'm going to stick with Lakeview as my lower state champ. I've moved on from Abbeville. It's time. Give me the Louisville Lions as the upper state champ. And your state champion is none other than the Louisville Lions. Sleeper, McBee.
McBee.
They got some great damn peaches in McBee.
I'm going to stay with Lakeview. You know, you're jumping off the Abbeville bandwagon because you went and watched them the other day. I'm staying with Abbeville. I had them as my champ, I think. No, I had Lakeview as my champ early on. I'm going Abbeville as my champ, and I'm gonna go my sleeper. I can't read this thing. Who did I have? Dixie as my
Whistling Dixie.
I'll tell you what.
Let's go, Whitmer, boy. Give me that Whitmer.
Whitmer.
I can't. If I can't see it, so I got to pick one I can read. I can see on the screen.
So these teams that have the blank down there, you just get a free pass into the second game.
They do get a free pass.
Get a bye.
That's cool. We didn't have enough teams.
Guess not.
All right, it gives me. I'm sticking Abbeville, Lakeview. I'm sticking Abbeville to win it. I think. Is that who I had? Abbeville.
Yep.
Yeah, let me stay with Abbeville to win the whole thing. Give me Ware Shoals as my sleeper.
You know you went Louisville upper state champ beginning of the year.
Did I?
Yep.
Yeah, well, I know too many people from there.
I got Lakeview lower, Abbeville upper, with Lakeview bringing it home. And then sleeper's going to be I'm going Dixie for sleeper.
Dixie. This one, Dixie. All right, y'all keep doubting them Lions, boy. They got damn rockets on their team. Hey, Brittle went Lakeview, Abbeville, Lakeview state champ. He went Latta as his sleeper. Pretty good sleeper.
Latta is a good sleeper.
Brittle knows ball.
He just can't go up and get his kneecaps broken someplace. But it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. Guys, that's the brackets. Whew, about that. We're not going to do a let me find my sheet here. We're not going to do a college pick'em this week. We'll still release it through us. However, everybody only picked 3 games because no one turned in games. So with that being said, we do have 3 games to add to the list here. Sammy gets 3 points. He has 61 points here. I got 5 points on the week. I'm up to 56 points. Sean and Austin are tied at 50 points apiece.
Back in it.
Back in it.
Austin got a whole 1 point for the week, and Sean got 3 points.
I'm falling off.
Austin, you know, you're just more of a football kind of guy. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. That's the only thing I pick. Because I've been bad at both of our baseball ones we've done this year.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
It's okay.
You can't win them all. You know what I mean?
No.
So that's it. Anybody got anything else to add here?
You want to throw up some comments? How about that one?
Follow the Twitter page. What have we got here? Austin should have best time catcher.
That's it.
Hey, you missed this comment. We've gotten away from the belts for the week. Maybe as we move into the playoffs.
Yeah, make sure we're following the the social media pages. Hey, we are going to do something a little bit different in the playoffs for scout blogs than what we've been doing. We're going to keep more of a running total of scout blogs throughout the week. And I say we because the Esposito household has a little bit of a car issue going on here in the house, so we're down to a 1-car household right now. So we'll see what happens as that shakes out. But we're going to be kind of keeping a run of total of scout blogs throughout the week, and we'll kind of release that towards the back end of the week as we're knocking them out. It's not as much per game that we're going out, but keep an eye out on obviously all the social media channels for all the coverage that's going to be going out starting tomorrow night, with multiple games that are going to be covered throughout this pretty much most nights that are out there. And then as we go on, we'll be releasing those scout blogs throughout the week as we're going on the website. So just switching up a little bit as this high school coverage gets going on here, and try to pump and promote as many of these players and these schools as we can that we're going to be covering and seeing throughout this playoff season.
And we've got tomorrow night playoffs begin. 3 games covered by Prep Baseball South Carolina staff. We're looking at 4 games on Tuesday as well. So a lot of content coming out, Twitter page, stories as well throughout the week. In the playoffs, we'll update. We're going to release our link to the bracket that'll be updated each night as results come in. So you'll be able to follow that and see some future matchups as they happen. That's all I got, boys.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay.
You're ready.
Well, good luck to all the teams as the playoffs begin. From all of us here at Prep Baseball South Carolina, we hope you have a fantastic week.